I'm sure you've seen music videos that have embedded links to websites, social media, and affiliate stores, and maybe you've wondered how that was achieved. Links can actually be added to a video in a number of ways. The first involves the annotations feature of your video. Annotations are the lines of text that show up over the viewing pane of a video. You can add a link to them easily using the annotations editor. The way we find that is we go down beneath the video and you can see there's a number of different boxes here. One is info and settings, and that allows us to change the name of the video or change a description if we'd like. Enhancements allows us to actually enhance the look of the video itself. Audio allows us to change the audio portion of the video. Here's the annotation selection, and we also have another one to actually add closed captions if we like. The one we're concerned with is the annotations part. So we're going to click on annotations. And now we see our video, and our video is actually running. We can control this, and that's important, as you'll see in a second. So the way we add an annotation is to come up here to Add Annotation, and we can add a number of different ones. Speech bubble, note, title, spotlight, label, and they're all basically the same. In this case, we're going to go for a note. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to say what that note is. In this case, I'm going to say, check out my website. So it says, see Bobby Owsinski for more info. Now, the interesting thing is I can actually move this different places around the screen where it will appear. I can change it. I can make it a little more compact, a little longer. I can make it a little bigger, a number of different things. What's most important here is I can also change when it appears and when it doesn't. This is how I change the length, for instance, or how I change where it's going to appear. Now watch, if I start to play this, there's no annotation, and here it comes. And we don't like where it's at. This works a lot better over here. Let's say we want to change the way it looks. We can come over here and say, well, let's make it black instead, black on black. Or if we don't like that, we can go back here. We can change any number of things here. Now watch, we'll play a little bit more, and you'll see as it gets to the end, it will actually fade out. Coming to the end, there it goes. So we can change where it starts, where it ends, and the next big thing that we can do is actually maybe one of the best things, and that's we can add a link. So what we do is we click Add a Link, and the link can be a number of different things. It could be to another one of our videos or somebody else's video. It can be to one of our playlists. It can be to a channel. It can be to maybe our Google Plus profile or page. It can be the subscribe page. But probably the one that everybody wants is the associated website. So we click on Associated Website. And in this case, my associated website is bobbyowsinski.com. That's my website. So I'd have to enter the whole URL to make this work. And you can see, as soon as I enter the URL, I get preview link. Now, if I were to enter a website that isn't associated with this YouTube channel, watch what happens. This is my blog. Now, it's a good URL. We know that works, but it says enter a valid URL. And what the valid part basically means is this URL is not associated with this particular YouTube channel. Now, here's where you can control that. If we were to go to channel settings and we go down to advanced, you can see down here it says associated website. And you can see it says http bobbyowsinski.com. You only get a chance to have one associated website. If you enter any other website besides this associated website as a link, it won't allow you to actually make that link. So this is where we enter that. Now if we go back again where we're at, now in this case it says edit that annotation, and we come down here and we can see bobbyowsinski.com. Now what will happen is when we publish this video, the link will come up, and if someone clicks on it, in fact, we'll go to bobbyowsinski.com, and it tells us here that there's a link. So this is the way we add an annotation to any video that we have. One of the quirks about this is you have to enable the monetization of your channel in order for the external link to work. However, there are other ways to do this if you don't wish to monetize your channel. You can also use a third-party app to add an external link. Here are a couple apps to check out. One of the third-party apps that we can use to add links is linktube.com. And what we're going to do is do exactly the same thing as we did with the annotations, but we're going to add it on the LinkTube webpage. And you can actually do this a few different ways. There's a video that will tell you how to do it, but there's another way to do it, and actually it's up here. It's Viewbix. And Viewbix does pretty much the same thing in that It allows you to add an outside external link to your videos. These are pretty easy to use and have free versions that should work just fine for most applications. Note that these third-party apps don't work if you want to run ads in your videos in order to monetize them, but we'll be discussing monetization in a later video in this course.